Hi everyone, I am Michelle Micosmiano and today I'll be sharing a presentation on the history of language education policies in the Philippines. We'll explore key events, analyze important policies, and reflect on their impact. Let's get started. So why does language policy matter? Language is more than just communication. It shapes our identity, culture, and education. In the Philippines, our language policies has been influenced by history, especially our colonial past. Let's take a look at how they evolved over time. Here's a quick overview of the major language policies in the Philippines, from the pre-Spanish era to today. Each period introduced new policies that shapes how Filipinos learn and use language. Before colonization, Filipinos spoke different indigenous languages. Knowledge was passed down through oral traditions, and some regions even have their own writing system, like by volume. When the Spanish colonized the Philippines, they introduced formal education in Spanish. However, it was mostly limited to the elite, while the majority of Filipinos continued using native languages. The Americans introduced English as the language of education, training Filipino teachers and establishing public schools. English became widely used in government and businesses, influencing our system even today. During the Spanish colonization, English was discouraged, and schools were required to teach Nihongo and Filipino. However, this policy didn't last long due to World War II. After World War II, the government implemented the bilingual education policy using both English and Filipino in schools. This was meant to strengthen Filipino identity while keeping English for international use. In 2012, the mother tongue based multilingual education policy was introduced. This allowed young students to learn in their native language before transitioning to Filipino and English. While beneficial, it also faces challenges like a lack of resources. Each policy had a significant impact. The Spanish period created a language divide, while the American period made English dominant. The mother tongue based multilingual education policy helps preserve local languages but still faces some challenges. So now let's proceed to the key takeaways of this presentation. So the first question is, how did the colonial history of the Philippines shape its current language education policies? So for me, colonial history greatly shapes our language policies. The Spanish promoted their language but only for the elite. The Americans established English as the main language of instruction, which still influences our system today. For the second question is, what role does language play in national identity and cultural preservation in the Philippines? So, language plays a crucial role in national identity and cultural preservation. Filipino unifies us, but English remains dominant in English and business. So, finding the right balance is the key. So for the third question is, how do you think the mother tongue based multilingual education policy addresses the challenges of linguistic diversity in the Philippines? So this policy helps students learn in their native language first, making education more accessible. However, some local languages lack teaching resources, which is a major challenge. So for the fourth question is, what are the advantages and disadvantages of using Filipino and English as the primary languages of instructions in schools? So, using Filipino promotes national identity, while English prepares students for global opportunities. However, it can be difficult for non Tagalog speakers to master Filipino, and some students struggle with English proficiency. And for the last question is, how can Philippines balance the need for global competitiveness with the preservation of local languages and cultures? So, to balance global competitiveness and cultural preservation, we need strong bilingual policies. Filipino should be strengthened, but English should remain essential for global engagement. At the same time, local languages must be supported to preserve diversity. In conclusion, our language policies were influenced by colonial history and political decisions. The challenge now is finding a balance between national identity and global competitiveness while ensuring effective language education. That's it for my presentation. Thank you for listening.